Hey everybody, this is Kelly, and it's my week 27 pregnancy vlog. I know it looks so corny when I do that. Sorry. Okay. So I'm filming this one day early because I have a lot to update on, basically. I had my appointment the other day, and first things first, I passed the 1 hour glucose tolerance test. Yay! So excited about that. Yes, they said I passed with flying colors, and I am so happy. I found out from my midwife that basically if I would have failed the test, which I mean, I know that there are some of you going through this and I'm really, really sorry. If I would have failed it, that not only, I mean, I don't really have a problem with testing my blood sugar. I know it is a pain in the butt, especially 4 times a day or whatever, however many times. And the diet thing, but not only that, but I would have to be followed by a perinatologist and have frequent ultrasounds, you know, at the perinatologist, and we couldn't even do that this time because, which, I mean, a lot of people know this already, but our insurance doesn't cover any of this. So it would have been so expensive for us and like totally unattainable. Like we couldn't have done it. Kind of expensive. So I'm just really thankful that I passed. Okay, so on to other news. My husband and I did get to meet with the doctor, the OB there in the office, the one that did my previous C-section. We needed, you know, to basically discuss with him our proposition on the VBAC versus C-section thing. And I went through the whole spiel, you know, yeah, we understand why you're doing it, blah, 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 but I was really upset, and, you know, I just went through the whole thing. And, but we kind of laid out the plan that I would go ahead and schedule a planned C-section, but if I were to go into labor ahead of time, if, you know, all the stars were aligned and he didn't have anything else to do, if he would allow, you know, a trial, a VBAC trial. And he at first was like, well, you know, I've tried this with another person before, and I do go to 2 different hospitals, and it just didn't work out, and they got really upset, and I'm like, but you know, that only happened once, right? And he's like, yeah, it only happened once. So we're like, okay, we are willing to take the chance. We understand the probability is not good. You may have other things that you're doing, or other women, or whatever. And we understand, and we're giving you our word, you know, that we're not going to try to change stuff at the last minute. And you know, so he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, that sounds good. And my midwife was kind of came in, so she was able to hear what was being said, and so I think we're all on the same page. So okay, so that's the plan. It's like, okay, but he schedules C-sections for week 39, okay? He doesn't go to 40 or 41, he goes to 39. So after we met with him, we went in with to our regular appointment with the midwife, and we were discussing it further, and she's like, are we really sure about your due date? Like, let's recalculate. And she was asking me, you know, more questions about, you know, how long my cycles were at the time. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I was having pretty long cycles, like 31 to 35 days. And, you know, I ovulated on whatever it was, day 20, 21. She's like, oh, okay, this makes a big difference. So She made some calculations and she basically changed my due date. Sorry. And she changed it to, sorry, allergies are out of control, from November 14th to November 24th. So that's a full 10 days. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. So she like changed it in the records. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this doctor's gonna look in these records and it's gonna be like, what are you guys trying to pull? But it wasn't us. So I like the fact that she did that, only because it gives my baby, you know, enough time. Like, I want her to be ready to come out on her terms, you know? I mean, if I have a C-section, that's fine, but I want her to be ready physically. I want everything to be, you know, developed and whatever. So that's where we are. So I'm guessing the C-section would be scheduled around November 17th, which is a few days after my actual due date. It's confusing, and I'm not going to change my vlogs or anything. I'm still going with, because I really feel like this is accurate. I mean, I'm 27 weeks tomorrow. I think that's accurate. You know, but for the doctor, the midwife, for their sake, we're going with the new plan. So, okay. So yeah, I'm happy with the plan. I'm fine with it. We just need to come up with all this money to prepay everybody, the anesthesia, the anesthesiologist, the hospital. I mean, we're working on paying the doctor. It's just a mess, but it has to be done. If not, we're going to be paying a whole lot more than we should, you know, than we will if we prepay. Okay, enough of that. Symptoms. Have not been feeling good at all. Every day I go through this roller coaster of just feeling ill, just ill. That's the only way I can describe it. Yucky. If I'm still and quiet, it's okay, but if I just get up to do anything, I just feel so bad. And there are times when it takes so much effort to even make a sentence. You know, you're just like, and going outside right now, it is so hot in Florida right now. It is ridiculous. Really bad. And just humid as all get out. So it's not pleasant. And whenever I go out, I just immediately feel like, okay, I'm gonna puke. Oh yeah, we went to Target the other day. First we went to dinner with my husband's parents, like a lunch kind of thing, and then we went to Target, and I'm like walking around, and I just started feeling like I was gonna pass out. It was terrible. We had to go find like a cold juice or something. We couldn't find anything. It was ridiculous. So it was just, I was feeling so rotten. But we had to actually cut the trip short because Eli was really not happy. He didn't want to be in the car because he was just in a high chair, and then he was in his car seat, and he doesn't like to be bound up. He wants to be free. So he was acting up, and then his anxiety was starting to, you know, make me feel sick, and it's just like, okay, we gotta go. So yeah, that was not fun. My IBS is back, and so my stomach has just been feeling just really sick, and I you know, go to the bathroom 50 times a day, and not fun. Still having trouble sleeping, and that's just going to be from here on out. That's just you know, along with the back pain, it's here, it's going to be here to stay until I deliver. So there you have it. Mood swings from hell. Terrible, awful. I feel so bad. Like, I go from being okay to crying to being angry. It's just a roller coaster. So, yeah, and I didn't have that with the last pregnancy. So, I mean, I had really bad baby blues and stuff after delivering and horrible anxiety. But I am planning on doing placenta encapsulation this time. I don't know if I mentioned it. I keep forgetting to mention it, but we have a couple places around here in this area that do it for about $200. And I mean, I know logically, on top of all this money we're spending, I mean, well, $200 is kind of a drop in the bucket. So, and if it means helping the emotional craziness afterwards, I'm willing. I mean, I'm all for it. So, yeah, so that's it. Show you the belly. Oh. Whew. Okay. It's 27-week. Crazy belly. Man. So out of breath. So out of breath. And she's been just moving like crazy. Oh yeah, another thing, she's breech. Her head's up here. For the longest time she was transverse, and now she's breech. I don't think she's ever been in a head down position. So I may not even have a choice in the matter as far as a C-section. But I know that her position now isn't really indicative of the final outcome, so we'll see. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of your lovely comments, and even if you don't comment, I just really thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, okay?